With a December snow blanketing much of the Midwest and Northeast, what a perfect time to be in the Sunshine State as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. The scene a few moments ago here at the Jaguars. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled. On 1st and 10, Prescott got his man complete over the middle. It's Horton. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Hey, kill! 47! 44 to Mike! 44 to Mike! 3 bucks!
Prescott now. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Yeah, I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a Keller Witherspoon. And they are going to set up sharp at the 40-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, echo. Get it.
Operating from the gun. Samuel. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
30 base. You draw Hawkins. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Throwing on first down. Samuel. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Looking to throw. Samuel. He completes it to Westbrook. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Samuel. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
27. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. 26.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. Well, the pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Hey, everybody, go right in. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the run, watch the run.
They'll run on 1st down. Tackles. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Prescott on 1st down. And he's got it. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 17-yard line.
Got it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Watch the out. 22 Jet Bomber. 22 Jet Bomber. Go.
To throw on second down. Samuel. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
60 yards. Game situation. Let's go. 49. Check 49. Ready.
From the gun on third down. Samuel. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Let's take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On second down, here's a run with Mack. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Prescott on 3rd and 2. And Tate's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Check. Kill. Tight dog.
On first down, Eccles. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
We're going to 54. Watch twitch. Switch it, hey. Here we go, 47. 26.
On second down and 4, Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
18 on the play. And the Colts first down.
He's got his man. This is Tate. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back.
We go, go. Here we go. 4-8. Mike, 44. Here we go. We're going to 54. 1-8. Shit. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Horton. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting them in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
On second down now, Eccles, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
4 down. Check. Check back 15.
A first down throw for Prescott.
I got you.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Check. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. We're going to 54. Why here? Let's get off the line. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. I got one. 26.
Third and long for Prescott.
Push it back.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From 17 yards out. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Back to throw. Samuel, that's caught by Howard. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun. Samuel. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
That's good for another Jackson.
On first down, Samuel. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Second and 10 at the 21-yard line.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, team 6.
Mike 5-4. I got you.
From the gun, Samuel. And he's taken down trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will finish off this third quarter of play. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
On the ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Samuel. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now Prescott throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, Alpha. Hurry. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Check. Ready?
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark with touchdown number 12 on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on 1st down. Eccles. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 31, check 31. Joker.
Prescott from the gun. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 4. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
On 1st down, it's Mack. An agile move, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the run. He's checking. Crash. Check. Lucky.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll try and run for this with Mack. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A pass there, complete to Westbrook. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Fournette. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And the ball is knocked out. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10, right at the 40. From the gun, Samuel. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Looking to throw. Samuel. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Staying on the ground with Mack. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And Ingram holds it in. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Looking deep downfield. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off down near the 5. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Check 25. Check 25. Hey, Charlie. Ready?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
Going deep here for Stills. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Fights through, and now a crease. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Anthony Walker in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Another loss. Another loss. Another day.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 4th down, Samuel. And able to find Conley. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
70, Indy. Jet bomber. Jet bomber. Hey, box truck. We go. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. There.
On 1st and 10, Samuel. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Flushed out right, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hey, high 7.
On fourth down, Samuel. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. Past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Evan Ingram hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. 2nd and 2. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
47. He's coming. We got double up. Slip.
Well, Prescott here to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
47.
Here's Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Man, I got you. We're going to 53. We're going to 54. Why is?
Now Prescott on 4th down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.